Welcome back to the Sage Audio channel. Today we'll discuss mastering your music for SoundCloud. We'll cover some of the technical info that you need to know if you plan on uploading your music to the site. So stick around for the full video, but first, if you're an artist, engineer, or producer, and you have a mix that you need mastered, send it to us at sageaudio.com. We'll master it for you and send you a free mastered sample of it. All you have to do is set up an account, upload the song, and we do the rest. So first, let's answer the question, how loud should my master for SoundCloud be? Now this is a difficult question to answer since there is no absolute loudness that your master should be if you're uploading the track to SoundCloud. However, SoundCloud now normalizes the audio that it uploads to an integrated -14 LUFS. Furthermore, SoundCloud normalizes the loudness of audio, both upwards and downwards. In other words, if your track has a loudness below -14 LUFS, SoundCloud will turn it up to -14 LUFS. Additionally, if your track is louder than -14 LUFS, SoundCloud will turn it down to an integrated -14 LUFS. Now this means that whenever your song is played back to a listener, it's going to be played at this specific loudness. Additionally, all other tracks on the platform, whether they're yours or from another artist, will be played back at this same loudness. Now, as you can imagine, this has some big implications for how you should master your music. You might be wondering, if your master is going to be played back at the same volume as everybody else's track, is there any benefit to making it super loud during mastering? The answer is no. There's almost no good reason to make your master incredibly loud if you intend to upload it to SoundCloud, since again, it will just be turned down. Now, you may also be curious if you should just make your track exactly -14 LUFS. Again, the answer is no. Although you can make your track -14 LUFS, this doesn't mean that it's now the only loudness to which you should master your music. The sound of a heavily limited or compressed track can still be enjoyable if it's done right. This sound works especially well for rap, pop, and on occasion rock music, since it results in an incredibly forward and present sound. The next question that I want to answer is, should I master my music below -14 LUFS to make it more dynamic? The answer is no. Mastering your music quieter will not increase the dynamic range unless you've decreased the amount of limiting or attenuation applied to your track. Because loudness normalization doesn't affect the dynamic range, you shouldn't aim to make your track quieter for the sake of having a more dynamic master. In fact, if your track is too quiet, this might result in an issue if you want to upload it to SoundCloud. For example, say you have a track that's loudness is a integrated -18 LUFS. The same track has a max peak at -1 dB true peak. In order to normalize your track's audio to an integrated -14 LUFS, SoundCloud is going to increase the gain of your track by 4 dB. This presents a pretty big problem. Since you have a peak at -1 dB true peak, it can't go above 0 dB. When this happens, SoundCloud, similar to other streaming services that use normalization, will introduce a limiter to decrease the gain of the peak. This limiter may or may not have the timbre that you like and will almost certainly cause some mild distortion if the peak is strong enough. With all of this in mind, it's better to master your music closer to a set integrated LUFS. Again, decreasing the volume of your master will not make it more dynamic as far as normalization goes. Now, with normalization covered, let's look at one more very important aspect of mastering music for SoundCloud: encoding. To start this off, let's answer the question, does my track distort if I upload it to SoundCloud? Unfortunately, it's entirely possible for your track to distort if you upload it to SoundCloud. The reason being, small changes to the amplitude of your track occur during the encoding process that SoundCloud uses. As a result, your track may clip, and if it does, it may cause clipping distortion. But why does this encoding distortion occur? Well, when an audio file is encoded, it's converted from a PCM file type like a WAV to a lossy file type like an MP3. During this process, aspects of the file are deleted to lower the file size. This causes less accurate amplitude quantization, resulting in clipping distortion. To explain this further, each track has a bit depth which determines both the dynamic range of a track and also the accuracy with which the signal can be assigned an amplitude. Typically speaking, the higher the bit depth, the more accurate the amplitude quantization. When your track is converted by SoundCloud or another site to a lower quality file type, like an MP3, this accuracy is diminished. As a result, Bits that were assigned levels closer to peaking may begin to actually peak. In fact, the change in amplitude of these peaks can be as much as 2 dB. Fortunately, there's a way to work around this effect and to avoid distortion during encoding. When you export your master, reduce the level by 1 dB to 2 dB. Also measure your signal with a true peak meter, which will take intersample peaking into consideration. Furthermore, if you're concerned that your master may still be distorted during encoding, and you're on an Apple operating system, you can use the plugin Roundtrip AAC. This plugin shows you if any clipping distortion would occur when converting the file from a PCM type to an AAC. So these are our thoughts on mastering your track for SoundCloud, but what do you think? Let us know in the comments section below. Also, if you're an artist or an engineer, send us one of your mixes at sageaudio.com. We'll master it for you and send you a free mastered sample. All you have to do is set up an account, upload the song, and we do the rest. But thank you so much for watching. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and share this video with your friends. This way we know if you'd like to see more videos like this one. Also, you can subscribe to the channel. We release new videos every week, and subscribing is the best way to stay up to date. There's a comment section where you can leave your thoughts on this video or a suggestion for a future video. And again, if you're an artist or an engineer and you have a mix that you need mastered, send it to us at sageaudio.com. We'll master it for you and send you a free mastered sample. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.